Welcome back, everybody. This is Gabs.
And this is Hector.
And Jaylin.
And we're dedicated.
That was
We're going
English.
to dedicate this podcast to us. Yes, we are boasting on this one. Guess what? The Red Skull came back. Guess who guessed it?
Hi.
We did. And we had the podcast to prove it. So
Yeah.
this is just our way of saying,
We told you so.
yeah. However, I did not see him coming back as the Grim Reaper.
Yeah. I didn't either.
It was a cool way, like, for fan service for them to bring him
to
back
just
because they know
bring him
everybody's been
back.
asking for him.
And the funny part is the guy who acts as the Red Skull, he really didn't want to be the Red Skull. If you didn't know that.
Hugo Weaving, but
Yeah,
Hugo Weaving didn't play this Red Skull in this movie.
That was Ross Marquand.
Yeah,
He didn't want to be the Red Skull in the first place, but I like how they brought him back, and I still think he did good.
Yeah, I don't think it's not that he didn't want to do it. It was more as he didn't want to go through all the makeup, prosthetics.
They probably had
That's
this
hours.
planned. Yeah, they
Yeah, that's
probably
like
had this
7 hours.
planned.
oh for sure. Why couldn't they just make a mask and just like, hey, slip this on?
Yeah, but they want to be intricate, they want to be good, and it pays off.
That's true.
Yes.
And I'm just saying, man, I freaked out. I almost hit my friend in the seat next to me. I was going insane.
I was really expecting it, like, because you just see, like you do expect Lady Death, but you don't expect her for, like, that cameo. Because for something, for, like, this movie and, like, the lore that she has with, like, Infinity, you would expect she have a bigger part than this. And
Yeah,
so, like,
I
was
thought-
thinking, who could this be?
Right.
I thought it was that because Thanos
Like,
loves
I
Lady
think
Death
I
in the
know who
comics.
this is.
Because I thought it was that because Thanos loves Lady Death, and I thought they were just nodding to the fact that he loved Lady Death. But then I was like, wait, but they're not going for the whole soulless monster type vibe, so why would they do that?
But man, like, how sucky is his situation here? Because he's one of the ones that didn't he try to, like, get the Soul Stone, but he can't because, like,
No,
there's one-
the Tesseract sent him there, and I think what happened is that the Soul Stone, I don't want to say devoured, but almost consumed his soul. Because this is 80 years later, basically.
Yeah.
He's dead. He's basically dead, but he's trapped. His soul is there.
and there's nothing he loves. So
And you could also, there's further evidence to support that, because he knew everybody that showed up. You're Thanos. You're Gamora.
Yeah,
I know.
he knows everything.
Right, so that must mean that the connection with the Soul Stone is there, right?
Yeah.
so what happens to him when he gets the Soul Stone? When Thanos gets the Soul Stone?
That's a very good question. I don't think anybody really knows what happened to the Red Skull at that point. Maybe his soul is still trapped inside of it.
That's
possibly come back
That's a
for-
topic that
And
we,
possibly come back for
Yeah.
a future movie.
that's a topic.
We do have another podcast where we talk about the ending with the Soul Stone and what exactly transpired there, and we're going to reference some comics there too, as well as understanding the Soul Stone. But I do want to say that for those of you who don't understand why Red Skull is in here, because he has been getting some flack by some people. He's a completely unnecessary character. Why did they have to bring him back just to appease fans? Listen, you had to show what the Soul Stone did, and they did that
Yep.
in about a minute. It took them 60 seconds.
To reduce us to tears.
And to show us what the Soul Stone's power was. After talking to Red Skull, you're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I know what the Soul Stone does now.
He
Cool.
explains it
Yeah.
while floating to his next destination, which is depression. But like
Severe depression.
severe depression, right? That's I loved that whole scene, and I love that our theories were correct.
Yeah.
That the Tesseract did teleport him.
Although I thought that the Red Skull was in cahoots with Thanos, and that was completely wrong.
Yeah.
So we were right.
Yeah.
He
we
could
were
have
wrong.
been like a
You're right.
lackey of Thanos.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was the better part for him.
Right, because Thanos, if you saw throughout the movie, and throughout all the movies, he always sends his lackeys to do everything for him.
Black Order,
Ronan,
Ronan.
Black, the
Loki.
Black Order,
Black Order,
Loki,
Ronan,
and everyone.
Loki.
Think about it. Thanos originally had the Mind Stone. Here, Loki, go get the Tesseract. Oh crap! All right, Ronan, you go get the Power Stone. You messed up anyways. So it's very much in his character.
People keep doing that. Like they keep failing him, and that's why. And at the end of I think of Avengers 2, he said, "You want something done, you got to do it yourself."
And he
was
grabs
Fine,
the
I'll
card.
do it
the
myself.
Yeah, he's like, "Fine, I'll do it myself." And I was like, "Finally, you stand up out of that chair."
That reminds me of this line earlier in the movie where Loki was trying to trick him. And he says something like, Thanos, I can go like with the Black Order.
Yeah, and
give
he's
you what
like,
you want.
I
He's like,
give
you
you
really
my
think
loyalty.
failure is a
Yeah.
thing of success? I forgot the line, but I remember it was a pretty cool line.
Cool. Well, that was it for this podcast. Yep. So thanks for listening. This is Gabs.
Hector,
Jaylin.
we told you so.